I'm out doing some velvet scouting again, and this is probably going to be one screwed up vlog because it's super humid out, like really humid and hot, no wind, so not sure how much it's going to be moving anyways. And then I brought the tree settle in to get in one of these trees, and then I couldn't get in the trees, and I had to walk through a bunch of thick stuff just to get to the base of the tree, and it was a whole cluster. And then I was hot, so I decided I'm just going to sit on the ground, not get up in the tree saddle. I can still see from here, so kind of a screwed up start. Had a doe come out already, and then had a train go by, and that scared her all the way back across the field. So this is actually on the back side of the river of the very first place we scouted, where I seen that little buck and a couple does, and Brody's seen just that one doe. This is just across the river from that spot, so not sure what's going to show up. I don't have too high hopes based on what we saw on the other side, but maybe there's some more stuff coming out here than on the other side, so we'll see. I actually set a trail camera up on this side of the river, but way kind of back by the parking area, in a spot that when we scouted last year had some good deer sign in it, some rubs and scrapes and stuff. It's kind of just a random spot back there. I seen some big buck tracks when I was walking out. I wanted to hang a trail camera down here kind of on that sandbar area, but when I went down there, that sandbar didn't look like it was getting used. That's the area that we scouted this winter, so it didn't look like it was getting used, and I wanted to put that trail camera up, so we're kind of doing a little experiment with it. We're just throwing it up somewhere that we think might be good. It's close to the parking area, but we'll see what we get. So we'll probably check that in the next week or so, see what's on there. But I don't know, we'll sit here the rest of the evening, see what happens. And I don't have a GoPro, and my good camera is getting fixed, so I'm filming with just the DSLR. That's why I'm hand holding this camera, and so we'll see how good a footage I get. So it's going to be handheld, so it's a little shaky. That's why, because I thought I was getting up in the tree, so I didn't bring a tripod, so I don't have a tripod, so I'm hand holding it. So this might be one messed up vlog, like I mentioned, but we'll sit here tonight. Hopefully a buck comes out. It's probably been 10 minutes or so since I did that last interview. And from when that one doe came and the train scared her and she ran all the way back across. And a doe and a fawn just came out straight across the field out of the CRP kind of brushy kind of windrow that's over there. And that's kind of what we saw on the other side, was that the deer weren't really bedded in the timber along the river. They're more in the CRP grassy stuff along the edge. I think I just seen another one come out down there. I'm going to have to get my binoculars up and see. So that was another doe. So now there's two does and a fawn out there. So actually more deer out here already than there were on the other side. So far this evening it's just been, well, I guess that one doe that ran across real early when the train went by. And then we've had two does out there, and that one doe has two fawns with her, and that's it. But looking back across the soybean field, there's a patch of cottonwood trees that we actually scouted back this winter, and the CRP grass was flat, and there wasn't any cover in there, and it didn't look very good. But now there's like 6, 7, 8 foot tall CRP around those cottonwoods. That's a really good habitat transition, just a different type of habitat, and that's what we talk about all the time when we're doing our map scouting. So depending on what I see over the soybean field, probably no matter what, maybe I'll talk with Brody and kind of make a game plan. But that patch of cottonwood trees, I think we can come in from the south end of it, get up in one of our tree saddles, and be able to see pretty much down that whole patch, and be able to see if there's bucks getting up out of there. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a buck bedded in there, because it's super thick and super nasty. But I think we can get in there with the right wind on the right side of that whole little cottonwood patch. So like I said, I do have a trail camera up, so we'll probably check that in the next week, see what's on it. If there's nothing on it there, and we do see something in that kind of cottonwood patch area, we'll probably move the trail camera in there, even if we don't see anything in there, but it looks like the deer are using it. We might just move the trail camera in there. So that's something we'll talk about as we get to that point. But for now, we're just going to sit over this soybean field the rest of the evening, see what comes out. Just had a spike come up from the river bottom kind of area along the river there, run out to the middle of the field. There's another doe that's out there. He's out there with her right now, so you won't be able to tell in the footage because it's a pretty big spike, but he's really far away, and I'm zoomed in as far as I can go. So, but there's a spike out there now, so we've had a few does and one spike show up. It's getting towards probably got 45 minutes left to an hour left. So we'll see if anything more comes out. Got the little guy out there. Hopefully we just keep building. So we'll see what shows up. Another kind of disappointing hunt down here on this unit in particular, just because we sat the other side and didn't see very much. We sat this side over some soybeans, didn't see very much. But that's kind of what we're still trying to show you throughout these vlogs. So probably as you've noticed, these vlogs aren't quite as long, they're not quite as action-packed as what we've had before, just because we're showing you step by step. So the step by step on this property is that the first time we were down here, we didn't see very much. The second time we were down here, over a different soybean field, we didn't see very much. So what that means is we're probably going to leave this property be for the time being, at least the soybean fields, because of the next step in the process is the fact that we've been down here enough in our scouting, hanging trail cameras, and then coming down here to do this velvet scout. We found an area in that cottonwood patch that we think probably has some bucks in it, or at least it's an area we want to do a little bit more research on, I guess. So the next step is that we're going to come down and do some velvet scouting, but not over soybean fields like we usually do. We're going to hang in that cottonwood patch and see if we can see down it and see what gets up, if there's any bucks in there, and maybe hang a trail cam in there. So you can see that step-by-step process. We started with the soybean fields, which is typically where you go here during the early season, but we found an area through coming down to do that velvet scouting that we think is probably a better spot. So that's the next step, is to go in those cottonwoods, see if there's anything in there. If there's nothing in those cottonwoods, we're probably going to write this property off, at least for this early part of the year. So you're seeing that step-by-step progression of what we're doing and how we're moving through this property and how we're making decisions. So that's what we're hoping you guys get out of these shorter vlogs, is that you can still learn something, you can see how we're progressing and moving through. So unless a big buck shows up on this soybean field, the next time you see me, the next chance I get to come out and do some velvet scouting, I'm going to be in that cottonwood patch. And then when I do that particular vlog, I'll talk a little bit more about why we're in there and why it looks good, and hopefully why we've seen a big buck get up out of there. But that'll be the next step. So we're just moving around on this piece of public, trying to find where the bucks are during the early season, and so far we haven't had any luck. But that will probably wrap it up for tonight. Make sure to keep watching. We're going to have a lot of these vlogs coming out throughout the year, and because deer season is only less than a month away, so make sure to like and subscribe. And like I said, next time you see me, I'm going to be in that cottonwood patch. Hopefully there's some big bucks in there.